Yo, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another Arcane Odyssey video. In this video, I'll be showing you guys this hidden boss that not many people know about and actually drops some crazy gear. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. My current goal is 1,500 subs by the end of the month, and I have some Discords linked down below. I highly recommend joining them if you are into Arcane Odyssey. But yeah, let's get right into the video. Alright, so the boss that I'll actually be talking about is going to be the Merlot boss. You actually find him at White Summit, which is also the villain base. But yeah, the drops that you can get from this boss is going to be... The drops that you actually get from this boss is going to be the Silent Sword and the Sanguine Dagger. The dagger isn't great, but the Silent Blades is definitely a go-to weapon. I highly recommend getting it. I'll do a whole separate video, probably the day that this video comes out or the day after, on the Silent Blades because they are insane. But yeah, pretty much those are the drops. It only drops the weapons. But yeah, pretty much what this boss is just the villain version of Tomarder Kai. But this one drops 2 weapons instead of only 1. And he is pretty hard. He is venom based, so I highly recommend doing him with a friend. Because just like Tomarder Kai, his actual HP doesn't scale with how many people are there. So if you do it with, let's say, 5 people and you all attack at the same time, that's probably like half of his health done instantly. He does have 2,700 HP though. So just like Tomarder Kai, there is obviously 2 methods to this. There's just simply fighting him. This is where he spawns. He just spawns right in here. You can either just simply fight him or... But yeah, the second method is just like Tomarder Kai. It's actually going to be getting these gunpowder barrels and pretty much just putting it right on him. But yeah, pretty much I'll be showing you guys all the spawns. So there's 2 spawns or just 3 spawns in here. Yeah, there's 3 spawns in this little spot right by him. So you just hit these, place them. The order that you place them really doesn't matter. Just place them as close as you can to them. So yeah, and then there's other drops outside. All that you are going to need is, I believe, sits, just like Tomarder Kai. There's 1 drop right here. There's 1 in this corner right here. And then I believe there's also 1 out front or 2 out front. Then as you guys can see, I actually have a friend here just in case if something goes wrong with these barrels. But yeah, the main method is definitely just going to be attacking him and with friends and kind of just killing him that way. But yeah, once we get all the barrels here, all that you're gonna have to do is explode them, and then most of his HP will be gone, and then you just use your spells to do the rest of the damage. But yeah, I'll be showing you guys what it actually looks like to fight him. Alright, so yeah, as you guys can see, he's already dead. So yeah, that's the method that I highly recommend. There is this guy that spawns here as well, which is pretty hard to kill. That's the only thing about this boss is whenever you actually kill him, the minions that are also inside the Assassin Syndicate place are pretty hard to actually escape from. But once when you escape, you pretty much just keep farming that over and over then. I highly recommend doing what I'm doing and pretty much place a campfire right here. So you always spawn here. So just in case if you die, you do spawn here. The only problem with the campfire is that I'm pretty sure whenever you leave the lobby and join a new one, you will spawn at your normal spawn. But yeah, that is pretty much the guide to the Merlot boss. I'm gonna just give one last rundown of actually how to do this boss and all that. So yeah, pretty much what you want to do for the boss is just to get the barrels. I actually did try just to do the normal method as I was saying earlier on in the video, where you just go and M1 them or do your skills with friends. I tried that with 3 friends and it did not work. I don't know why. But yeah, there's a very good reason why it doesn't work, and the main reason is because there's actually, like I said, this little Kennedy boss. His name does change, but yeah, this assassin and Merlot are actually linked, so whenever you attack one, the other one will also aggro onto you, and this one has 2,000 health, and Merlot obviously has 2,700, so combined health, it's actually 3,700, so this boss farm method is actually going to be harder than Tomarder Kai. But at the same time, it is really good for bounty and all that, and it does have some pretty good weapons. So it's kind of risk and reward, but yeah, pretty much you'll just get all these barrels that are in here. There's also some loot in here, so if you are looking for some quick loot, I just highly recommend running in here, get some loot, get the barrels, line them up on Merlot, and then deal with this guy afterwards. But yeah, pretty much if you have enough friends, like 4 or 5, I would say is what I recommend to actually just beat him normally. If you don't have that many friends, I just recommend doing the barrel method. It's much easier, and at least it's a guaranteed success rate. But yeah, now I'll actually be getting into the drops that he does have. So the first one is obviously going to be the Silent Blades, currently the best quick weapon to use. Silent Blades do 16.5 damage if you have the strong enchant every 0.1, and 0.1 is their speed. While something like the Kai Saber, which is the same Something like the Tri-Saber, which is pretty much the same category of weapon, even with the strong enchant, does 16.5 with 0.3 speed. So you can tell the difference just off the stats alone, that the Silent Blades M1 wise is going to be much better. And then yeah, pretty much this is the speed of the Commander TIE weapon. So as you guys can see, it's still pretty fast. But yeah, compared to the Silent Blades, it definitely pales in comparison. As you guys can see, it's pretty much instant. So yeah, these weapons are highly good, and I highly recommend using them with any Conjurer build. They are good for other builds. Warriors, I don't really know, but they are definitely good, and I highly recommend using them. The next thing that drops is actually going to be the Sanguine Dagger. It's just a normal dagger. It's just like the old dagger, but it actually has just more M1 damage and attacks at the same speed as the normal dagger. So yeah, I don't really recommend using the Sanguine, but the Silent Blades are definitely my go-to fast weapon if I'm looking for something just to do any bosses, or even the skills are pretty good. I will have a full Silent Blades guide video probably out the same day as this video comes out, or maybe the day after, just because they did a whole dedicated video because how strong they actually are. But yeah, pretty much after you get the drops, what you're going to want to do is set your spawn here. Obviously, if you're a villain, I highly recommend setting your spawn here anyways. This place is White Summit. It's right by the Stypia little place. And yeah, it's highly good. It's good for villains. And this is where you're going to want to farm Murloc the boss to get his drops. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this part of the video. The next part of the video will just be me showing some The next part of the video would just be me explaining some Discords that I recommend you guys to join for Arcane Odyssey, because a lot of stuff is going to happen with Arcane Odyssey in the next few months, and I highly recommend getting into the community for this game, because it is quite positive compared to a lot of other communities on Roblox. Yeah, the first server is obviously going to be the VTech server. This is just the game's owner Discord. This is where you can pretty much tell if the game's going to go on shutdown, when the update's going to come up, what's pretty much going on in the community. There's also trade servers in general chat and questions chat where you can just ask questions or trade with other people. And then the next server is going to be my server. I'll have all these servers linked down below, by the way. And yeah, this is pretty much just my community channel you can join. I will have a trade server for this game and other games. But yeah, eventually once I get enough members, like 150, I'll even host events or giveaways in that server. So recommend joining that. It's just my Discord server. And then the next one is actually going to be for my clan in game. If you guys didn't hear from my last few videos, I am in the Lost Pirates clan, which is actually owned by Territory. I highly recommend joining this clan. If you ever see the one Roblox 1234 on the Jack Adams account, I do have permissions to actually invite you guys to the clan. I believe I do, at least. So yeah, if you guys ever want an invite to this clan, I highly recommend joining it. I will have a link to Territory stuff down below as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's pretty much all that I had to talk about. If you guys enjoyed, like and subscribe. My current goal is 1,500 subs by the end of the month. If we can do that, I'll greatly appreciate it. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what videos you guys want next on Arcane Odyssey. I was planning on ranking all the rare weapons and doing a few build guides. But yeah, if you guys want those videos, just let me know down in the comments, or let me know down some ideas that you have. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.